Hello and welcome to a Smurd video, and today we get Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zord Ascension Project. Down here it says MS 0101. Okay. I thought it just said 0001. Maybe it is 001. Anyway, Mighty Morphin Dino Megazord. And then down here it's got plastic free, etc, etc. Now, I love the design of this book. The fact that it's got this sort of Megazord piece in here. Then it's got these little pieces around here. On the top, we've got this very thing. So the box itself is very, very neat. Very, very collective. Okay, so I've hit a snag already. Because the box is quite big and my stand doesn't poke out very far. Outside, it's got the Zords. It's got this little number on here, really weird, really weird. Outside, this has this beautiful artwork, which is what Lightning Collection is very well known for. And then on the back, camera back in there, we have all the little cockpits open, all the little figures there, tank mode, Megazord mode, and on the side we've already seen the dinosaur mode, so which is pretty cool. So a lot of people, when 2018 happened, Hasbro got the license. They hit us with the first wave. They were very, very excited. We were very excited to see Megazords. One thing that people wanted, Megazords. We all love a good Megazord. Plus legacy Megazords, etc. are ridiculously expensive and hard to find. So 4 years later, they finally released their first Megazord. Now, I feel like they were testing the waters. They gave us that Megazord last year, I think, or the year before, which I never brought. They also gave us like a whole Zeo Megazord without the transforming parts, which I reviewed and was very disappointed in, even though it looked really cool. So now we finally get a Megazord. Now, I guess, not a gripe, please. But Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in this line has been done to death already. I would have thought it would have been really great for Hasbro to say, look, Bandai did a Megazord. We all love the Megazord. We all know it's going to make money, because it is going to make money. Everybody loves Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Why didn't they do something different? You could have easily done In Space Megazord, which is probably the simplest Megazord out of all of them. It's a spaceship that transforms and literally is pretty much all complete. So I feel like that would have been very cool to do. Now, how on earth do I open this? Good question. I was going to do an unboxing. That was the intent. It is not going as planned. Because I think I have to cut this bit here. Oh no, don't cut the damn box. I want to keep that box. This is why I do not do things on camera. So there we go. Nope, we're not gonna. It's not gonna go as planned. I'm very, very sorry. This is embarrassing. I should have been a bit more clued up than this. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. It is not going as planned. Give me a second. Okay, after that embarrassing bit, so this section just slides over the main box, which is pretty awesome. And then you have this bit, which is also not undone. Oh, this is really, really embarrassing. Really embarrassing. I have no idea what I'm doing. There we go. There we go. Right, box is done. And the moment you've all been waiting for, once I have been messing about, and let's hope it doesn't all drop out, is boom! Look at that. That looks amazing. Wow. Very, very impressive. That just looks like the control panel. Transformers Rex, the Zord mode, and then Jason there, which is cool. And then we have all the different ones there. Wow, that is absolutely stunning. Very, very impressive. And also, within the box, you also get this lovely piece of artwork of Megazord versus Goldar. So let's start getting, so underneath here, if I can carefully get this out without it dropping out. So you can see how the Zords are packed in there. So with their, oh, okay, that was Nothing exciting there. That just is there to keep the Zords in there. So the Zords are in little packaging, just to keep them protected. And just pop out like that. So we will have a closer look at them individually. And this must be the T-Rex, which is pretty cool. Oh, almost lost that. It also has the instructions, and I'm hoping somewhere in here there are some little people. There we go. Oh no, that's the Megazord sword. So I'm going to get these out of camera, out of their packaging, so we can have a closer look. Okay, so here they are all out of the packaging, and first of all, let me just bring up the accessories. So he has some Megazord hands, which are free, sort of free hands. I feel like this is a good idea, extra hands, because we all get frustrated about the holding hands. I feel like some finger articulation would have added to this, but they've gone with these, which is cool. They've also given us some mini Power Rangers. So Pink Ranger, and they're all doing their signature move to call. Oh, damn it! Come on. Do you know what? These things are so small. It's going to be hard to see anything on here. I'm not really seeing any detail. They are very, very basic and literally just meant to show you, hey, we've got a big Megazord coming. So you can see how small that is compared to Zords. Makes perfect sense, right? I feel like it does. So nothing special, no articulation, just little miniature models, and I'm sure there is somebody out there who can make really decent models. So let's have a look at these figures. So I mean, you can see a couple of screws there, but there seems to be some nice detail on the helmet. So I'm not sure who is. I mean, you can see the you can see the head in there, which is pretty interesting. I'm not sure. So it's meant to have the blast there, but I don't understand what they've tried to achieve with it just sitting like that. It seems a bit weird, but the head does look very cool. Some nice paint work throughout this whole figure. On the side as well. You've got the back, that's the back. Then you've got the tail, which does clip in there. And then you can get them like this. Okay, so there is Tyrannosaurus Rex in terms of articulation. So the head doesn't really move because it's got a head behind it. There is some movement on there. The arms, now don't get me wrong, I know this is a T-Rex, and T-Rex have little small arms. I just feel like they're a little bit too small, and it would have been nice if there was, you could, oh, maybe I might go mad. No, that is stuck there. I thought there was some, oh, no, I'm lying. There is articulation. I was really worried that I was not messing around. So there is some articulation there on the hand. So apologies. He can turn around like that, which is going to be very important when you change him. Legs can go up like that, so he can do the splits if he wants. Oh, just pop that off. So just be aware, things do pop off as you play with your toy. Even though it says it's for 16 and older. 16 and older. Oh my goodness, what am I saying? Yeah, it's not perfect. Let's be honest, not perfect, but it's better than what I thought it was going to be. Yeah, very, very stiff joint. But obviously you want him like that. So there we go. I can get him to stand up. Are you going to stand up? Oh, there is a swivel there as well, which I forgot. So you can click them out. So that sits very, very nicely. Apologies, my camera decided to not focus them. Next up is the saber-toothed tiger. So probably very simple. That can move so you can blast it. Some nice little paint apps on there. There is movement on the legs. No movement, no extra there, which is a little bit disappointing for me. There is this movement here, which is really bizarre. Single there, and it can go back, and you can move that as well. If you want head movement, just up and up. You can move it up and move the head slightly, and you can obviously move the saber-tooth tusks, which is pretty cool. But this whole bit's feels very weird. I guess I should give him a little bit of movement. But I thought this would have been the figure that they gave more articulation in the legs than anything to appease us fans out there. So there we go. And then we have Mastodon. Are we really expecting any articulation? No. I'm sorry, did I even show you the whole figure? I'm just like breezing through articulation. Let's finish looking at this. Sorry, I'm terrible. I'm too excited, that's what it is. There we go. So there is some nice paint apps on there. It looks very cool. And I'm not going to compare this to Soul of Chocokin. I think I pronounced that right. I'm going to say I pronounced that right. I probably didn't. I'm not going to compare it to... I feel like the articulation is never going to be up to that. But even that figure, which was probably around the same price point, it has die-cast in it, obviously, wasn't particularly articulated. It was okay. It was probably the best Megazord that we got. But in terms of price, this is probably the best you're going to get. This is better than Legacy already from what I'm getting. This looks absolutely stunning in terms of how it looks. Now there is movement on the tusks. Not on... No, come on. Surely there's movement there. Not really. That's a bit disappointing. Yeah, you can't really spin that as well. Yeah, not really any movement on the Mastodon. But that was to be expected because it is a very clever transformation in terms of how it gets onto the body. And then we have Pterodactyl, which is, in terms of how it looks, I'm probably the most disappointed about it. I just really dislike this piece here. I don't know why, I just don't like it. But other than that, it has some really nice paint apps. It's got a nice little head sculpt, etc. I guess my biggest gripe with this figure, because it does look really cool, can flap around, etc. You can add the little cannons on it if you want, is I would have really liked them to have given us a flight stand. I don't know why they haven't, but they haven't. So that's probably my most unimpressive part of the body, and it's an important part of the body. So Triceratops can move side. Oh, it's got a whole spin on the head. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. Come on. You can do it. I feel like you can do it. Yeah, look at that. He opens his mouth. It looks very cool. Once again, some very, very nice detail. The paint apps are absolutely quality on here in terms of detail. Just look at how gorgeous these all look. And even on that piece there, some nice detail there. And you can get that moving around so you can get him blasting as he's firing along, etc. Is there any... it would have been nice if that could sort of move, I guess. But I'm being pedantic now. Is this guy... Yeah, I didn't even realize it had articulation. Hello, I am a saber-tooth tiger. And that spins as well. Why on earth did I not do that a minute ago? Terrible. That's what I tell you. Terrible. Who is this guy doing these reviews? I have no idea. So anyway, I am not probably going to show you how to transform these figures. They are pretty much they're pretty similar to what we've seen before. But those who follow me know that I am rubbish at doing things on camera. So let me do something different. So they do in there, you can see a little Trini in there. It's pretty cool. I do like that. I feel like that is pretty nifty. Something different. Because we always probably wondered where on earth did they sit. There's a little Jason in there. I feel like it's silly, but they are in there. Which is very, very cool. No idea where this one's sitting. Interesting. This one's really interesting. No idea. He's got to be in there somewhere. Oh, there he is. He's underneath the Triceratops piece. There he is, underneath the nose. Yeah. know it's there. Why can I not get that to move? There we go. There we go. Just in there, if you're interested. I feel like these things are not very cool, but they're different. It is different. I'll give them that. It's different. You get Kimberly in there. Okay, so let me go transform this into tank mode off screen, and we can have a look at that. Okay, here is tank mode, and I'm not gonna lie, I know that I didn't do this on camera, but it wasn't such a difficult transformation like I thought it was. I guess my only real annoyance is the pterodactyl putting that in the back, and I pretty much had the same when it was the soul of Chocona, Kin, whatever we're calling him. Exactly the same thing. One thing I didn't do very well on my review of the individual Zords is this section actually pulls out, so you can literally push that back in for this mode, but I felt the need to ensure that I showed you. There it is from the side. I guess one thing that I'm not really a fan of is these, is the feet on the bottom. I'd have to watch the show again to remember how that looked, but I felt like it could have been a little bit better, etc. But it's not a bad tank mode, let's be honest. It was, I don't know how the creators think of these things over, I think it's Japan that made Zoo Rangers, I think that's correct. I don't know how they think about these things. In fact, I think it's, these were actually small models running on a runway, and then the Megazord was a person inside. So I'm going to try and transform him on camera. I may fall flat on my face, but I'm going to give it a go anyway, because it's the right thing to do. So we're going to pull that little void down there, and then just carefully pull that down there, and then bring that aside like so. Oh, and that, there seems to be some QC problems already on mine. Well, I feel like there is. We will see when I transform him. So let's bring these legs up here, like so, and then bring the head up like so, and the head up like so. And I hope that you actually saw that. If you did, hooray for you. Then we work on the upper bit, so we turn this out like this piece like this, and then you got this little piece here on the arm, which you just carefully lift that up, and then you can turn that around like so, like that. Turn the fist around. I hope you saw some of that. Pretty cool. These bits, I think, if I'm correct, just flip it. There we go. That's not a very good example. In fact, I think that's because you got it on the wrong place. That's right. This is why we don't do things on cameras. There we go. So that is there. Oh my goodness. That is not my biggest worry. I kid you not, was the legs. I wasn't sure on them when we saw the release. I'm certainly still not sure on them now. Now, let's just think about this. We are going to put this bit on here, and this will be interesting. I'm interested because I'm thinking about these arms here, and then, yeah, that clicks in there. Megazord mode completed. That is so. Oh, okay. I was looking at the Megazord head in particular, and you see this sort of white bit here. It just looks absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. I think I've got a Dodge paint job. I may have to reach out to them about this, but I'm not impressed with this head. On the back, you can see that I've got some real QC issues there on the top. Very disappointing. Sorry, very disappointing start to this, because the Megazord mode is what we want, etc. Now, I've not finished transforming him, by the way. I just got a bit You know, when you're reviewing something or when you're opening something, if you see something wrong, you're going to be irritated immediately. That is going to happen. I'm just going to do this. Now, I'm not going to, I may do this wrong, but from what I understand is this, oh, that's not good. That's not good. So it just clips in there. So adds a little bit of tread on the back there. That was not my finest hour there. And then we're just gonna go here, and I'm guessing just the same as that in there. There we go. So you can put the treads on the back as well, so they don't just become pieces that you are not interested in. And there we go. There is Megazord. Ugh. Oh, he feels like he's not. Like he's gonna slide now. Okay, there he is. We've transformed him. Oh, I did that on camera. It wasn't that bad. Right, so first of all, let's get the Mastodon shield on there. It looks very, very nice. Very, very cool. Very, very simple. Just pop that in there. Boom! He has shield mode. And then my goal and the power sword. Yeah. Did they do that? No, I think they did. I think they did. Now, this thing is a thing of beauty. Look at that. So shiny. So shiny. I'm hoping I do not see myself in it. But that looks very, very cool. Very, very nice. Very shiny. And then literally, you put on there. I'm so glad that that is of a proportion that is decent. Because that could have easily been something that they didn't give the right proportions to it. So in terms of proportions, I'm not sure what it is. I feel like it's better when you're doing something with the legs, but I felt, even when I saw the pictures, like the legs were too tall. I need to take this away a little bit so we can see this a little bit better. So it doesn't look so bad actually on camera. I feel like it's just this bit here. And the swords are quite long. It doesn't look as bad. I kid you not. I feel like in person it is better than what I imagined it, and in what I've seen it in terms of videos that I've seen and people's photos. I feel like it doesn't do it justice in terms of how it looks. But to me, I feel like this does look a little bit better in person, and it is a decent size. And now that is something that I did not think about. I did not bring up a legacy figure. So let me go get a couple of things while you bask in that glory of figure, etc. So this is why I don't do things on cameras. This is why I should be better prepared. I was better prepared, and I felt that I was prepared, and then I wasn't prepared. Hell, if you made it past the unboxing, congratulations and thank you very much. So this is a figure that I reviewed a couple of days. This is Transart Megatron, which is equivalent of MP scale, Transformers MP. And you can see that the Megazord is slightly bigger. And then down here, you can see Sabretooth, which is a Marvel Legends figure, which would be sort of Power Ranger Lightning Collection, similar size there. So I just wanted to put them in there so you could see them, and this figure is gorgeous. I love this. It's my new favorite toy. Yes, I said it on camera. My new favorite toy is Transart Megatron and not the Megazord. Now, let's have a look at him a little bit closer. So I love this bit. This looks very, very nice. It feels like a sort of mosaic sort of feeling. The head sculpt, a little bit disappointed in this little paint job that they've done there. And even that doesn't feel like it comes all the way around as flush as I would have liked. This one feels like it fits in there really nicely. So you can see him if you want to tie his hair back, you can. But you can see that there. So It does have some, so it can spin all the way around. You just have this little articulation going on there, which is pretty cool. Now, let me get that in. Now, this piece, I've already stated that I'm not a fan of how this looks, but I've got to say it is unique to this part here. I guess these pieces here, because they've designed it to go in the back, really do bug the hell out of me. And you can push that back as well, so that fits a little bit more flush down there, which is pretty cool. So all in all, he does look very, very nice. Let's just lift him up a little bit. Oh, that was a bit too high. See the legs there, etc. So articulation, so we've looked at the head. So the arm can go all the way around with his shield. You can move it out like that if you want. A bit weird. It does have a spin there. And he has a swivel there, which is the best articulation I think I've seen on Megazord, including Soul. There is a spin there as well. We already know. Oh, goodness. Yeah, just let me just lift that up. That was not a good move. There is spin there, but just remember, your Tyrannosaurus Rex tail is hauled in there. So in reality, actually, the swivel isn't as pivotal as it should be. You can lift this up a little bit. Just bear in mind you've got this. There's a swivel there. And there is that little bit of articulation there as well. And then, well, that's not really articulation on the foot. So there we go. Right, and I pretty much just trashed the whole figure on camera. It just looks like I've done him in. Goldar's been here, and he is absolutely whooped. He's a booty. So I think the only last thing to show you, so you can put the little people up there, so you can see how small they are in comparison to the Megazord, which is pretty awesome. And then if you want, you can just gently take off the hand, and you can gently put this hand on there. I say gently, just remember, sometimes pressure is not a good thing. Halt! You are approaching Megazord zone. Do not enter. So you can do that. I guess the idea is you've got him kind of doing a swooping kind of mechanism. I feel like if they had given us some articulation on the hand, it would have been very cool. Also, maybe just giving us some more hands. I think we've been cool with that. Let's be honest, the figure costs enough as it is. What else is there to say? Don't break your Megazord like I did. That's a good idea. So in terms of that, there, just to reassure you, there is a clip on the back. You just clip that back on. Is that right? Let's see if I can do it without breaking. There we go. He's back in action. Don't do that again. No, that wants to be down. Don't do that again, Mega Coroni. So there is the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Megazord. I'm very excited to see that we're gonna get Dragon Zord. This figure isn't bad. I really do like him. I like him a lot, more than I actually thought I was. He's not perfect. He does have a few issues, but where else are we going to get a Megazord from right now? No idea, apart from these folks. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's going to create a Megazord and make it bigger, etc. But I feel like this is a good size. It looks awesome. Other than my QC issues, which I will reach out and hopefully I get a new Megazord head, because I'm hoping it's just on a ball point that can just disconnect. For now, I will have to be content with what I've got. Anyway, hope you like my video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate your support. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.